Hey, so I just finished watching Guardian of the Galaxy Holiday Special, um, and this made me worry for the third movie, the third Guardian of the Galaxy movie, and that's not nice because that movie is almost the only thing in the MCU that I'm looking forward to uh, these days, as a lot of the new things haven't really uh, caught my interest. But I can make a video about that at another time. Apparently, James Gunn, the director of this Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, it's quite a mouthful, it seems to be a bit of a hit and miss. Um, like, I remember some of his movies, like Super, I really enjoyed. And of course, the Guardians were two major hits, and the sequel, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, was probably even better movie than the first one, which is rare, but it, no one can deny that James Gunn and others, of course, he didn't do it alone, but those movies are really good. Those hit they took the Guardians as like niche comic book characters into the A game. I quite I feel confident saying that as a fact. But then I saw it, and maybe you saw as well, how the Suicide Squad, the soft reboot, something, what do you want to call it, that James Gunn made of the very terrible Suicide Squad movie. I didn't like that as well. And Peacemaker, I made a video about. That didn't quite catch me as well. I wasn't feeling any of it. I was feeling more repulsed than engaged. So that was a huge match, and I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is a miss as well. There's a lot of um, bad things and weird things and characters behaving weird, even though the motivation is clearly defined. Of course, the big questions is about Gamora, and I can't remember the special addressing anything Gamora related, because I think it's established that we have a new Gamora, and in Thor there's a little bit overlap still. I don't remember her being there or being addressed there either. So I think they're hiding that or saving that for um, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Looking forward to that, but this made me worried. Um, Two big victims of this holiday special is Mantis and Drax. They are being portrayed as violent lunatics, as bumbling idiots, as buffoons, and they weren't before. They definitely weren't. And I'm still, as per usual, keeping this spoiler free as I can. But everyone who had a criticism and problem of the Wonder Woman 1984 movie, especially the part where someone took over Steve's body, and rightfully so, that isn't a big issue with that movie. Which is really weird because that issue was so big it overshadowed pretty much every other criticism of the movie, saying this body possession thing is really, really bad. We have the same thing here in the holiday special. I don't understand how it made it into that. Who was like, oh, we're doing the Wonder Woman thing. No, that was extremely off-putting. The story, I mean, what is it? An hour long, something like that. The story is extremely basic and very simple, and that can be good. But in this case, it was just like, okay, it's nothing special, and I found it hard to enjoy and get invested in. It it had some animated parts in the beginning and I think the end maybe as well. Yeah, but those were flashbacks. Yeah, they were flashbacks, animated flashback, and I have no idea why they were animated because they weren't very well animated. They weren't very stylized. They were so obviously traced from live action, and I think the only reason why they did that is that the actors they portrayed couldn't make it on set that day for shooting, and then could come in later to do voices. Or maybe they just really wanted to animate like 10 minutes, or buy 10 minutes worth of animation, but then said, oh, but have it look realistic, so it's not really animation, it's just traced. Yeah, it's weird with me. Um, I didn't enjoy it. That's the bottom line that you need to know. And I can't really recommend it, even to the biggest MCU seals. I think that's the name when you have like extreme fans. And I would count myself as an MCU hyper fan, let's say, or at least I would. Maybe not as much now, but I definitely were, and still am very in for the Guardians. Um, but this didn't spark joy. I wasn't. It makes me a bit worried, and I can't recommend it. But you can say like it's not offensive other than the body part, the body possession part. So yeah, it's just a whole lot of nothing really. So very cute. Whatever you think is gonna happen in a Christmas special is gonna happen. They playing it safe with this one. Can't fault them for that, but not really. Can't really recommend that you watch this as a Christmas thing. Not as long as Klaus is out there. Well, yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this. Thank you for listening to me.